I'm going to go ahead and just kind of gloss over this, but this was in Washington Post or something, Dave Moy, Huffington Post. So this little hoax, so there's a little hoaxer here, Breanna Harmon. So Breanna Harmon, she's billed as a teenager. She's 19 years old, so she is an adult, right? She is an adult, and therefore 19-year-old Breanna Harmon of Pottsboro, she pleaded guilty to 4 felony charges of tampering with physical evidence and government documents in relation to false reports of kidnapping and sexual assault. So this is a racist thing. This is a white woman. This is a Rosewood kind of thing. A white woman accuses a black man of rape, and then 150 people get killed. All the black people get killed. Who gives a shit if the allegation is true or not? There is due process. There are lots of rights that Americans have when it comes to being accused of a crime. So, let's see. So, 19-year-old Breanna Harmon of Pottsboro, I'm not even sure, North Texas. So, this is a Texas 19-year-old white woman. She said she's raped by 3 black men last March. So, my God, thank God that the people in Pottsboro, the black people in Pottsboro didn't die after she did this. So, it says she's very remorseful, of course. She's trying to get, a reduced sentence. She's a white woman, so she's allowed to basically put these black men, random black men, so she didn't say exactly who it was, but I guess she was dating a black man, so that would have been the first person that they would have interviewed, but she put at least her ex-black boyfriend, his head in a noose. She put his head on the chopping block for waiting for the guillotine literally to come down on him. So, the protection of white womanhood is the reason why we have white supremacy in the KKK. They're defending the purity of white women, right? So they say, in their mind, the N-word is the worst, most disgusting, sexually thieving, just the worst human that they could possibly think of. But it's coming from out of their mind, out of the white supremacist mind. And so they're the actual, dog. But that's the reason why they understand, or they think they understand these other men, because they're dogs, so clearly all the other men must be dogs. And how dare you, black men, touch my white wife, daughter, grandmother, whoever. They're so pure and precious and good. Here's the thing with goodness. It doesn't matter. You might, think you're nice and kind, but if you have no power, goodness is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And so if you're just passive and obedient, well, then it really depends on the person you're being obedient to. Is it Martin Luther King? Is it Gandhi? Is it Nelson Mandela? Or is it, Donald Trump? Who is it? Is it a good man or a bad man? So here's what happened. So March 8th, this happened this year. So this lady, what was her name? Breanna. So good old Breanna. She was involved with a black man. She didn't want to tell her family about the black man. And then they broke up, so she's heartbroken and she doesn't know who to go to. She can't tell the family because she's keeping this secret because her family's a bunch of racist pieces of shit. And that's another thing that these white women would do. They would have sex with the slaves in the back. They would have sex with the slaves that they owned. And then when they were caught having sex with them, they would pretend that they were being raped. Oh, no, Daddy, it wasn't me. Daddy, it wasn't me. I didn't do none of that. Please, Daddy, believe me, Daddy. Daddy, believe me, it wasn't me. So because of the fear of the racist family, it was the family that was around her, instead of doing what's right, standing up for what's just, and being a principled person. In fact, it was more important, her reputation was more important amongst her family. So, this is unfortunate circumstances. It's sad. Someone needs to, reach out to her. She's broken up, and she's, broke up with her man, and now she's all broken up on the inside when it comes to emotions and what have you. So, of course, logically, what would you do, right? If you're in a breakup and your family's racist, you're going to have to sit and cry to yourself and find some non-racist friends to talk to. But, Breanna Harmon went a different way. So what did Breanna Harmon do? So on March 8th, 2017, so this is last year, she just got, her case was just figured out recently. So last year in March, she went ahead and opened up the car door, had all of her stuff, personal items, a phone, keys, and a bunch of stuff scattered all over the ground. And then a few hours later, Breanna Harmon walks into a church wearing only a shirt, bra, and underwear. She said she'd been kidnapped by 3 black males wearing ski masks. according to the Sherman Herald Democrat. She claimed the men assaulted her and that she had been raped by 2 men while a third one held her down. Well, that's interesting. Third one didn't need to hold her down, but that's what she's probably thinking. And then there's a whole bunch of other inconsistencies with her story. So she set it up. I mean, this wasn't just saying, hey, he raped me. So if you watch Rosewood, she just goes out, rape, he raped me, oh my God. And then, so Breanna Harmon claimed that men assaulted her and that she was raped by 2 men while a third held her down. Investigators noticed inconsistencies in Harmon's stories within a few days. The medical workers didn't find evidence that she had been raped. The holes in the pair of blue jeans discovered at the alleged crime scene didn't match her injuries. So the puzzle pieces weren't coming together. Then later on, Breanna Harmon just said, look, I made it up. I made it up. I made up the rape and the cuts on her body. She did it to herself. So she didn't just, allege rape. She painted up an entire scene. And so what happened? So, she set up the scene with the vehicle and the cars, and then the neighbors were supposed to look at it, and then they were supposed to call the police, but she still didn't think that anybody knew what was going on. So then she walks into church with nothing but just underwear on. Well, where did you come from? Where was this building at? Who were these people? And so her hoax very much plays on the fears, racial fears, and it was, these are men. The accusation, a false accusation. What do you do with that? Mitch McConnell says he believes the women. Just if you're a female, no matter what, you are automatically believed. I'll tell you one story actually, just because it bothers me a whole bunch. I went to the Women's Crisis Center, and I just wanted somebody to say to a female who, I knew beat the kids, that child abuse is wrong. And instead of doing that, instead of just saying that one thing, child abuse is wrong, it's the Women's Crisis Center, so if you're not allowed to hit adult women, why are you allowed to hit adult girls or boys? But apparently you're allowed to hit the boys. The boys' bodies don't matter, because that's what the Women's Crisis Center very much, it felt like there was this sort of connection between the female abuser and her, and then they were looking at me and talking about me because I was smiling and being nice, and they're like, well, he's got all the signs. What, that I'm smiling and happy? I want you to respect me just for existing? I'm supposed to respect women just because they exist, and then you're going to talk really rude to me? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I mean, you're going to sit there and what? Just keep on picking on somebody and talking down to them? And, this... It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. If you're a female abuser, then you're still a person. You're still a human being. But if you're a boy, doesn't matter what the hell you do, you're automatically, you're convicted. You're automatically a criminal no matter what happens. So her little hoax, her little false allegation, she's only going to get probation. She's not going to even get any jail time. What would have happened to those 3 men if they would have found 3 men and they would have believed her story? What would have happened to her ex-boyfriend? She loved this man, and then because he doesn't want to be with her anymore, now everything is off? She loved this man, but I mean, what happened to that pure, good, pious? That's the reason white men are defending white womanhood, because they're so pure, they're angelic. But let's be honest, women, it's because they find you beautiful. They find you beautiful. It has nothing to do with you being nice or pleasant. They find you beautiful and likable and, I guess feminine and soft and whatever. So that's the reason, not because you're good, not because, you're Gandhi, not because you're helping to fight poverty, not because you're stopping the war, not because you're doing anything good whatsoever. In fact, there's a lot of women out here that just says, I'm a bitch, which is a female asshole. So they just go around, we don't need male assholes, let alone female assholes, but that's who they are. And they still find someone to love, but I guess when they're young, but nobody's going to live with that, as they get older. So, says she's very remorseful, right? She only charged with physical. They would have been in jail for years if they didn't get the death penalty. There was a false rape accusation for one of the basketball players at U of L. And so you got to get lawyers. You have to, defend your innocence. And then, thankfully the investigators had caught it. But what if they didn't catch it? What if they believed her story? Now they're going to get into other people's lives, and then no telling what that would have turned up. So they said that the black residents of Pottsboro were very upset about this hoax, and then it plays upon the racial fears. I mean, if she got raped, why by black men? Why not by white men? Why not by men? Because her ex was black. So the people of Pottsboro, the black people of Pottsboro, should very much feel like, what happened in Rosewood And there's a movie about this. You could check it out. It was Rosewood, Florida, 1919, I think, the year the women got the right to vote. So in Rosewood, what had happened was this, she was cheating on her husband. The white man beat her, and then she couldn't, again, with the family. She didn't want to face her racist family, but it was her husband, so it's more than just his racism. It was about her cheating, right? And then she was cheating with, a white man, but she wanted to get the sympathy put back onto her. She's got all these marks on her, so clearly something needs to be said. Something's going to come out. So she just cries rape. She just literally runs outside and just goes, rape! They raped me. I was being raped. And then boys saw it, ran and go tell the sheriff. There's a crowd. Everybody's gathering around him. And then eventually the sheriff was like, tell me what's going on. And it was like, no, he beat me. He didn't rape. He just beat me. It's like, wait a second. You said rape before. Now you're saying your story keeps on changing every time you say it. So why do we need due process? Why do we need a presumption of innocence? Because a Breanna Harmon could come by, or that, woman in Rosewood, whatever her name was. And then after they alleged it, they went to go catch one black dude. It wasn't him. They killed him, but then they killed another one. Then they killed another one. And it was all based upon there's some person who walked through the neighborhood. Like, who is that guy? We don't know who that guy is. And then, one thing led to the next. And then the only reason we know about Rosewood today is because the kids ran out into the woods, hiding in the woods, in the swamps, and they were able to run up to Gainesville. So they were able to get to the next town because they ran away from these psycho-fascist villains who were defending the purity of a white woman who had lied, who made a false allegation. And so, the process, due process, right? Let's turn it around on her. We're saying that she had tampered with evidence, and now she's, admitted to it, so she's confessed. But, she could have fought that in court. And if we allege that you have, that's a false accusation, I mean, that just seems to be, that's the conversation, is it? Is it a false accusation? And if it's true, so if it goes one way or the other. So there's due process. She would expect due process. But she gets due process, right? Of course, she'll get due process. She don't even get any jail time. Those 3 black men would have served, in jail 20, 30, 40, 50 years, maybe their entire lives if she was able to get them convicted. They convicted a lot of people just based on a white woman's allegation. In fact, that's what the movie, the Atticus Finch movie, To Kill a Mockingbird, was all about. So the threat, I mean, I want to say that, because the severe consequences of rape for those black men, that should be what she should have been faced with. Because what's the incentive of not, doing it again? Or somebody else reading this story. The worst that she got, she painted up this grisly scene of being raped by 3 black men. She lied about it. And that could have, not only got the 3 men long jail sentences, innocent men, long jail sentences, they could have got the entire black population of Pottsboro exterminated. They all could have died, just like what happened in Rosewood, Florida. So the black people of Pottsboro have every right in the world to be freaking out about this. The only, she got probation, so she serves no jail time. There is no threat to the white community at large, and she doesn't even get any jail time. She gets regular probation or deferred adjudication, which involves fulfilling a requirement such as treatment or community service. I would like to see community service, her go into the black neighborhood and make it better. Take her privilege and then use her privilege to, elevate the black community. She needs to go the opposite direction. She's very good at taking the love of black folks, but let's see if she can give back. So I would like, the punishment to fit the crime. But again, 1 year, just probation, not even a probation. What does she get? I mean, that just seems like deferred adjudication. She got away with it. She got away with it for the most part. She's going to get into some trouble. And, she's got 4 felonies on her record now. But, yeah. Anyways, fuck the double standards. Fuck the double standards.